beautiful people. How's it going? Welcome to my basement studio that is approximately the size of a cartoon mouse hole. The house that it's in is over 100 years old, and I believe this space was once the servants' quarters. But now I'm here, disrespecting this house's historic legacy every day. Genuinely though, I love this little space. It makes me feel happy and cozy and peaceful, and I've put so much effort into making it that way. So I'm excited to share it. All right, let's go. All right, first we have the entryway, aka my cluttered little corner where I put all the stuff I need to go outside. As you can see right here, we have some very chic and avant-garde hooks known as nails to hold my bags and my hats. And down here are shoes for my feet. This little rug came from my parents' basement. This art I made myself. And this shoe rack I built myself out of a board I found on the side of the road. On the other side of the front door, we have my bookshelf. At this point, it is more of a knick-knack shelf that just happens to have books on it. As you can see up here, we have some fake plants and this beautiful scarf. I highly recommend a scarf as decor. It just adds such a coziness to the space. Up here we have most of my books and this little basket to hold ugly things such as chargers. These two shelves contain mostly thrifted and gifted tchotchkes, if you will. This includes my laundry change cup, because apparently my rent of several $100s is not enough to wash my clothes. And my tarot cards, which I think are so fun, but I am a little intimidated by because I don't really know how to use them. So if anyone knows a lot about tarot, please hit me up in the comments. I would love to learn more. Over here, we have the bedroom, really just this corner of my apartment where I put my bed. It's pretty plain, but I tried to really cultivate a cozy atmosphere around it. I think the main things that cozy up this corner are this hanging plant and the string lights, which I do still have despite being 24. I know people think they're for teenage girls, but I refuse to grow out of that. Under my little string light canopy, you could say, is of course my bed. I have it filled with pillows for extra coziness, extra comfort. I did make all of these decorative pillows myself, so they're a little lumpy, but I think they're cute, and I'm especially proud of this one. Next to the bed is, of course, the bedside table, which I did find on the side of the road. By the way, literally every single piece of furniture in my apartment is secondhand. Most of it I even got for free, so if you want a video on how I managed to do that, please let me know. This is just where I keep my little journals, sketchbooks, my books that I am reading or planning to read someday. And this candle, which, listen, this candle, it's looking a little rough, but the vibes are good. To this side of the bedside, we have my mirror and the one wall with windows that us measly apartment dwelling plebeians are allowed to have. This mirror is from my local thrift store, and it had kind of an ugly wood frame, so I painted this wavy design over it. I don't know if it really looks better, but I think it's fun. I also have my very cleverly concealed Wi-Fi and router back behind the mirror. Yeah, it's not concealed. The cord is right here. It's very ugly. I never figured out a good way to cover it. So if you got any ideas, let me know. I don't have too much to say about the windows themselves. I have some plants in the sill, and I also have, I don't know if you can see, but I have this little sun catcher in the window that I made out of beads from the craft store, and it casts very delightful rainbows all around the apartment when it's sunny. Moving on, this corner holds my closets. This one is for clothes, and this one is for art supplies. First off, we have my clothes closet. Dirty laundry, sweatshirts that don't fit on the rack, backpack, and all my other clothes fit on this rack or in this tiny little cube cubby setup, which is kind of hard to rummage through. It's pretty dark in here, but that means I don't have to have a dresser out in the room anywhere, so it saves a lot of space. This closet is for art supplies. This might look very chaotic to you, and it is, but I have an organizational system going on in here. Okay, I know where everything is. It may not look like it, but this works for me. Next up, this is probably the cutest part of my apartment, where I have my gallery wall and my little sideboard situation set up here. The sideboard is actually a console table that I found on the side of the road and dragged home with the help of a stranger, which may have been unwise, but I'm still alive. So it all worked out. This mirror is a family antique, I guess. I don't know how old something has to be an antique, but it belonged to my grandmother and it was in my parents' basement until I came along and snatched it up. The gallery wall is made up of magazine cutouts, cards, wallpaper samples, one old Picasso poster print from college, some of my own work, and a couple pieces by local artists, plus this E that my mom found in an antique shop and gave to me. The E is for Elizabeth, which is my full name that no one calls me except my parents. I also have my jewelry box, some candles, my plants, and my little kettle, which I use as watering can, plus some cool rocks. Underneath, I store some extra blankets, my games, for whenever someone comes over and wants to play Little Pet Shop Guess Who, and my sewing machine, which I did use to make this dress. Finally, I have this lamp, which I did get at Target for like $10, but I DIY'd the shade myself out of paper after seeing Leah's Field Notes do it in a video. Finally, we have this table, which falls in the center of the room, and full disclosure, I did have to scoot it out of the way for every other shot, so it wouldn't be in the way for all of them. I use this as a desk and dining table. She's a multi-hyphenate queen, we love that. I mostly keep this table bare for projects, although I did recently relocate this plant onto here because I was running out of plant space elsewhere. The best part of this table is that it doubles in size. So I can keep it small to have more space in this very small apartment when it's just me, but if I have company over or I need a lot of room for a big project, voila. Alright, very quickly I will show you my creepy dungeony bathroom. Here it is. This is also where my roommates spend most of their time. They are spiders. We have a little thrifted shoe rack right here to hold my belongings because, as you can see, not a counter in sight. I have some colorful planty towels and shower curtain to try to brighten up the space. The tiles and the dark lighting are giving very much damp underground cave, maybe a dungeon. So I was just trying to counteract that. Also, most important part, I do keep a little basket of pads and tampons and such on the back of my toilet for easy access for myself and for guests. I am personally of the mind that tampons should be free, first of all, and second of all, they should be everywhere. Every toilet stall should just have a little basket of tampons in it. I don't know why. If we have toilet paper in there, we should have tampons in there. It's crazy to me that that's not a thing. So, this is my own little personal form of praxis for that. Right, finally, here is my little kitchenette. It's honestly so plain and boring, I don't even really feel like we need to show it. But for those who are curious, here it is. This is what it looks like. My fridge has a collection of very fun little artist business cards and magnets and other cards. I think I must have been hexed by a witch somewhere along the line because just like with the bathroom, there are no counters in the kitchen either. I love the specificity of a hex where everywhere you live, there's just no countertops. I have this thrifted desk that I just tossed in here so that I would have some food prep space, and that's what I use for that. Alright, well, that concludes the journey through my 350 square foot studio apartment. Might be smaller than that, I'm not sure. I have been pretty much holed up in here for the entire year that I've lived here until very recently. So I put a lot of effort into making it a calm, cozy, happy space. I'm also very proud that I managed to get everything secondhand. I spent almost nothing furnishing this entire place. And I have so many tips on that I didn't even touch on in this video. So if you want to hear how I did that, please tell me in the comments. I would love to make that video. I probably will make it anyway, but still, tell me if you want to see it. Please also let me know what elements of my space gave you inspiration, what things you would have done differently, what your favorite part was. All right, well, that's that. Thanks for coming over. I appreciate you personally so much. See you soon. Bye.